Welcome everyone to another edition of Play It Through, and this time around it's Metal Gear, brought to us by Ultra and Konami. When this game was originally created for the MSX computer systems in Japan, and then was later ported to the Famicom and the Nintendo Entertainment System here in America. But some changes were made to the port, so many changes in fact that Hideo Kojima, the original creator of Metal Gear, has pretty much called this port absolute garbage, and has pretty much erased any of the changes from the Metal Gear series. We start off by seeing Snake along with three other comrades dropped into the forest. We're never going to hear from or see those three other people ever again. And then we receive our first transmission from Big Boss, who is informing us that our mission is to infiltrate the enemy fortress known as Outer Heaven and destroy their final weapon, Metal Gear. Now, of course, this is the very first Metal Gear game that I ever played, and I'm sure many of you ever played. So as far as we knew, this was the original version. And it wasn't until years later, thanks to emulators, or the PS2 version of Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, that we actually got a chance to play the MSX versions of these games. But, so, we just had what we got, and that was this version. Even with its really horrible English, well, at least thankfully that wasn't the message I'm sure we all remember fondly, which we hopefully will get to see. There's actually a couple messages that do pop up from some of the random guards. It's either I'm getting sleepy, or I feel asleep. Yeah, but the English, I think, is very much noted and has been talked about a lot throughout the history of video games, and of course this is considered one of the worst translations ever, so I really don't think I need to make fun of it really anyway. But we start off in this truck. I got the binoculars. Basically, of course, the key gameplay element that was different from any other action game on the NES was stealth. You were not supposed to get seen, and if you got seen, you were supposed to be penalized by, of course, having a mass amount of guards chasing you. The best way, of course, to start off by taking them out is wait till they're turned a different direction from you and give them a few quick punches. To start off in this forest area, I'm heading straight south. I'm going to get past these guards here. There's really no advantage to just punching the guards or trying to get past them. It's just whether or not you want to try to get seen, you know, easier or harder or whatever. Then we're going to enter this truck here, and we're going to receive our first key card. Now, throughout the game, we're actually going to be collecting 8 different cards. And probably one of the most annoying things about the Metal Gear game, this one and the Snake's Revenge on the NES, even though it really doesn't count, is the whole switching in your equipment and your items to keep switching between different cards to open a door. Because you'll have one door opened by card 3, the following door will be opened by card 6, and you constantly, most of the time, are standing in front of a random door, constantly switching cards to figure out which one randomly works. Now, I just grabbed my first ration, and here's some of the stuff that we're really going to see for the first time. All the items that you collect, whether it's ammo or rations, will keep reappearing in the room or the truck or wherever, as long as you exit and then re-enter. So I always highly recommend stocking up on either your ammo or your rations. Now this is a good opportunity to talk about the ranking system. As you can see in the lower left corner of the screen, you have a rank. Currently I have a 1-star rank. Now throughout the game you're going to be rescuing random hostages. And by rescuing those hostages, after you save a certain amount, you gain a new rank, which is kind of like leveling up. But by leveling up, not only do you get more health, you're able to hold more. So right now I can only hold a few rations. I can only hold 3 rations. But as I increase my rank, I'll be able to hold more and more. So I'll have even more time, more places to just keep randomly stocking up my supply when I need it. Here's another, this is our second of our transceiver messages from Big Boss, who pretty much just tells us not to get called. I will skip over quite a few of the random transmissions just because they really don't inform me of anything that I don't already know, and aren't really anything really cool to show on video. It's basically just a message telling what I'm about to start doing in the video. As I'm going to actually get my first weapon here, my actual first gun in the whole series of Metal Gear is the handgun. What a shock. And now I'm going to head over to this elevator for the first time. We get kind of the sideways view of going up in the elevator to the next floor. And exit the floor here. Okay, on this floor I'm going to go right through this camera because there's just no real sense of trying to be stealthy about it. I'm going to get seen. And now I'm going to head down here and enter this door. Inside here, not only have I located the first amount of ammunition, which I will now enter and exit and re-enter the room a couple of times just to make sure that I am fully stocked up on my ammo, which currently I can hold 50 bullets. But then I'm going to head south through another door, which is going to give me to my first hostage. Oh, that was a close call. Okay, well, you're saved. I don't know where you're going to go because I just saved you. I don't know how in the hell you're getting out of the building without getting caught. I just equipped the gas mask there because, of course, I'm sure you can see the poisonous gas that is bellowing from the floor area of this room. And one of the unfortunate things is I have to quickly switch off the gas mask and go to a key card in order to exit the door, so there is a few seconds where I will get hurt as I save my second hostage. And after you save certain hostages like this one, they will give you some useful information instead of just saying that was close. So it's a good idea to save as many hostages, of course, as possible, besides just leveling up your rank. Of course, I have been seen, but I'm just going to pop a bunch of those guys. As soon as I exit off the screen, I am back in a safe area. Of course, that was one of the big changes from the MXX version, because you actually sometimes had to exit more than one screen in order to avoid the enemies from being able to see you anymore. Okay, I'm going to head over to the right. Shot through that guy, he saw me, but it really didn't matter. And now I'm going to head down here and enter this room. And in here is our second key card, or our second card, whatever you want to call it. It's card number 2. Okay, now that we have 2 cards, of course, most of the rooms in this building, of course, now we can fully open. And it's really not that hard at first of managing the different key cards, because of course we only have 2, but once you get to 8, like I mentioned earlier, it just becomes a game of chance of figuring out half the time what key card works in what doors. But I'm gonna head down here and head pretty much back the way we came, but I wanted to make sure I grabbed that key card first. I'm also gonna make a stop in this room over here, as I'm going to switch over to the second key card, and you're gonna be seeing that that selection screen quite a few times during the course of this run, as I have just located a missile. Okay. Just kind of randomly, it's just funny that the missiles are just kind of sitting there, but anyway, I have acquired the missile. And I'm going to switch back to keycard number 1, enter the poisonous gas hallway, and re-equip my gas mask, and now walk my way all the way through the same path, of course, as before, to get over to that door on the other end. And once I get over here, I'm going to switch back to card number 1, exit the door, and now we're going to go up here, back into the room where we got ammunition, which of course has been re-put there, so I'm going to grab it real quick just to make sure that I'm back up to 50 bullets for now, until I increase my rank and actually I'm able to hold more. And from this area, we're going to head over to the right and down, and up here into this room. Using card number 2 now, since I have it, going in here, we'll rescue another hostage. That was a close call. Thank you very much. Now, I wish you would please explain to me how in the hell you're getting out of here, but oh well. I go up here, camera saw me, somehow all those guards just immediately ran in, and then they didn't see me any longer, as I now have located a very important item in the silencer, as you obviously would know what a silencer is for the gun, and of course it works just like it should. If I fire it in a room at one enemy, any other enemies in the area will not be alerted to the sound of the gun, because of course it's silenced. I just grabbed another one of the big weapons in the game, the grenade launcher, which is a very important item, especially against a certain boss, which we'll get into later in the game. From there, we're going to head over here, and we take out that guy, and as you can see, the guy on the bottom there did not notice that I just took out his friend. And head over here, and kill that guy. As you can see, a large mass of troops are trying to chase me down, but as soon as I exit that screen, they no longer see me. I equip card number 1 and enter this room, and in here, hey look, it's another hostage. That was a close call, and actually this one, surprisingly, gives us some information. Resistance Fighter Diane will now help us at frequency 12033, and is very familiar with enemy activities. Basically, what Diane is used for is telling you strategies to use against the various bosses that are throughout the game. So, especially if you've never played the game before, it can actually be quite useful. But I will not be calling Diane for any tips on how to defeat the certain bosses. as I think I have that pretty well covered for the most part. I'm not saying I'm an expert at them, because they still will do some damage to me, but I at least have known over the years how to defeat them. As I now switch back over to card number 2, enter this room to save another hostage. Now that he's saved, he's going to tell us a little bit more information. Gray Fox is locked up in a hidden solitary cell room. But we'll have to use that in a little bit, as the camera immediately spotted me as soon as I came out of the room, which couldn't be helped, I guess. I'm going to head over here, equip card number 1. Enter this room, and I'm going to save this hostage. As you can see, though, now I do have a second rank from saving the hostages, so I do have I have more health when I fill my health back up, and I can also hold more ammunition, which definitely, of course, will come in handy later on. Switch back over to card number 2 and run across the room onto the opposite side and go into this room and grab myself a submachine gun, which, I'll be honest, is probably one of the most worthless weapons in both this game and the sequel, Snake's Revenge. Just because they really don't help me at all. By entering this truck in the bottom area here, you pretty much get arrested, which is important because it's the only way we can really continue the storyline. We will awaken now in a random room and receive a transceiver message from Big Boss, who explains to us that our infiltration has been accomplished, and now we must locate Gray Fox's hidden cell. And to do that, what we're going to do is walk over here and punch a hole in the wall. And by doing that, we find the hostage over here. And yeah, this is Gray Fox, who of course is a very pivotal character in the Metal Gear franchise. But he's going to explain to us what Metal Gear really is: a giant walking tank with full nuclear capabilities. Yeah, basically what I think we know about Metal Gear in general. Just it's extreme disappointment about Metal Gear that comes up later in this game, which unfortunately is one of the big downers of this game. But we'll get to that more when we get closer to the end of the game. Yes, we know there is only one way to destroy it, but we're going to have to talk to Dr. Petrovic to find out how to destroy Metal Gear. And he, of course, is being held in another place altogether. Sorry, Snake, but Dr. Petrovic is in another castle. Okay, from there, we're going to head over to the right, which, of course, we don't have any of our equipment, which kind of sucks, because there's Shotgunner, who's the first boss of the game. But what we can do is head down here into this room, grab this bag here, and now we have all our weapons, thankfully. Okay, now that I have all my weapons, I'm going to equip the missiles that I picked up earlier, and I'm going to use them against Shotgunner. I'm going to hide over here against this wall, and use the remote control missiles to hit Shotgunner. He won't be able to hit me, and I can take him out quite easily. It only takes 4 missiles, and we have defeated the very first boss in Metal Gear. Once he's defeated, we're going to head down into this room and grab ourselves card number 3. So now we have 3 of the cards, 3 of the 8. Once we have that, we're going to head over to the right over here, and we're going to equip that card number 3 in order to enter this room. Now that we're in here, I'm going to switch back to the handgun because I'm not going to need the missiles for a while. And switch back to card number 2 and head down here. In here I can grab a body armor, which of course, when equipped, having it equipped lowers the amount of damage that I take from certain things. So a very useful item to pick up. Now in this room I'm gonna go ahead and grab a bomb blast suit, which I do need for the roof area of the game, to avoid being instantly killed. And now we're going to head over to the left here and enter this room down here by equipping card number 3. And inside this room we are going to discover some enemy uniforms, which we're going to have to use in order to, of course, disguise ourselves in order to enter another building later on. Okay, we're going to exit out of that building now, and now we're going to head over to the right. And of course we're in more of a jungle area. And we're going to just keep heading right over to the right in this jungle area. And come along to this truck. And now this truck is very, very useful because it contains, well, it contains a ration. And just like before, I'm going to use this this moment to stock up on a few rations just to make sure that I have enough. There is an area later on in the game where I will have to use almost like 6 or 7 rations just in order to save some extra time from the length of the video. Down here, we're going to head over into this right truck, and inside here we will grab key card number 4. So we are now halfway full of the cards that we need to pick up during the course of this game. And now I'm going to head into this building down here by using that same key card I just picked up. And once inside here, we get to see the wonderful dancing troops as they just sit around a giant set of crates. And enter into this elevator and head up. But we're not going to go to the second floor. We're going to go all the way up to the roof, actually. And from here, head out. And we have the bomb blast suit. Make sure that we equip that so that we don't end up dying on this roof area. Head over to the left, past all these random guards, as they try to give chase, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to keep running. They're going to keep seeing me. They're going to keep chasing, but they're going to fail every possible second they try. Because even if they finally get in line of sight with me, I just hit them with one little bullet, and they're taken care of. But past them, all the way down, is this room right here. I'm going to enter this room by using keycard number 2. And inside here, what a shock, it's another hostage. Once he's saved, we're going to head out quickly and go right back up. And this time we're going to head into the room over here to the right, which uses the same key card. And inside here we will be able to pick up some extra ammunition to fill up the bullets. So I will go enter here a couple times just real quick just to fill my handgun bullets up, as I am 2nd rank now, just so I can make sure that I have plenty of regular ammo, even though I really don't even need to fill it up all the way. I don't use that much handgun ammo throughout the game. I use far more handgun ammo in Snake's Revenge than I ever do during the course of a single Metal Gear run. Right here, in case you're wondering what exactly that is, that kind of wobbly bridge, that actually is to signify like pretty much walking over in between 2 buildings, pretty much. As we now get past the random flying guys and enter the second boss battle. This boss battle actually is not in the original version of Metal Gear on the MXX. It's one that was put in for the NES version of the game. And I'm going to equip the grenade launcher. I'm actually going to kill one of these guys. I don't have enough grenades to kill 2 of them. I should have picked the extra ones up, but I didn't. Instead, I'm just going to kill the singular guy by using most of my grenades. And now I'm just going to bypass this guy, get a little bit of damage done to me, equip the key card number 2, enter this room, and save this hostage. That was a close call. And he actually, of course, will inform us that Petrovic has been moved into another building. So thus we now know what building we now have to go to. Okay, exit the room, take a little bit of damage. I'll use one of my rations. This is the reason why I pick up extra rations. And head over to the left, and hey, we don't ever have to deal with that boss ever again. He's one of the bosses that you don't have to face unless you absolutely want to. But if you had picked up some extra grenades from another room, you could have easily just taken out that second guy, and had you killed them both, they wouldn't have respawned. But since I only took out one of them and then entered the room, the other one also respawns afterwards, after I come back out of the room for whatever reason. Just another one of those bad programming issues, but it's really not that big of a deal. Once again, these many guards are giving chase as I run past them. And from here, we're going to head right back inside and go inside the elevator. And this time, we are going to head down. What a shock. It's the only direction I can head. But we're going to stop on the 2nd floor. And from the 2nd floor, we're going to get past these cameras, which you're going to see me, of course. And head down here past a wonderful sleeping guard. Gonna pop him real quick in the face. Singular bullet makes his entire body disappear. Okay, head south more. And now we're gonna enter this room right here. I have to equip, of course, another key card. Inside here, hey look, it's another hostage. And by saving that hostage, I have now upgraded to rank number 3, which of course has increased my health bar once again, as well as I can now hold more ammunition. I'm then going to enter this room over here using, of course, a different key card, and save another hostage. Dr. Petrovic is being held prisoner in a cell on the rooftop. But wait, we already went to the roof, we found that he's in a different building, so that really wasn't much use to us. But here we go with the third boss of the game, very, very quick. I just used the handgun mostly. I do suggest selecting the body armor, just so you don't take as much damage. Once you have the body armor equipped, I'm also going to use a ration real quick, and then I'm just going to use the regular handgun, and when he comes over, I'm just going to do a firing fest real quick. It only takes 10 bullets or so to take him out. He's taken care of. I'm going to now go back to my other key card, and we've taken care of the third boss in Metal Gear. Up here, we grab a iron glove, which is one of the items we don't even have to equip in order to use it. Basically what it does is to find certain secret entrances or exits or whatever in a wall, we actually can just punch the wall and the glove will make a certain sound. And when it makes a different sound, a distinct sound, we know that that's where the hidden entrance or exit is located, and allows us to just find it easier. That's really the only point grabbing the iron glove. I'm now going to work my way up after I grab the infrared goggles, which of course could be used to see random motion sensors that are throughout a room. I'm now going to enter this room. And inside of here, I'm going to save, of course, another hostage. You should have been expecting that by now. It's either going to be a hostage, or a key card, or ammunition. Usually isn't going to be anything other than that. But most of the time it ends up being a hostage. In here, I'm going to grab the landmines, which are one of the more important weapons to pick up. I highly recommend picking up quite a few of them. You actually will need them in order to defeat a boss. And without them, we won't be able to defeat a boss. It's going to be coming up actually not too far from where we currently are in the game. Once I have a good amount of mines, I'm going to head up now. Of course, everyone's panicking and seeing me, but none of them can seemingly touch me because they have some kind of weird problem. I just love the running animation. It's just so epically funny. It's one of the funniest looking running animations in any video game. Make sure I don't get crushed by the giant rolling pin. Equip card number 3 and enter this room. And inside here you can see some ammunition as well as plastic explosives, which we will head over here to the left, and I will go and grab some ammunition. The plastic explosives are only used to defeat one boss in the entire game, and you don't even have to fight the boss. There actually is a glitch in order to just bypass that boss. So I figured, just for the sake of, if you've never seen it, I'm gonna bypass that boss because it's not even a boss. It's just a giant computer that you have to plant 15 different explosives on. You're just walking back and forth for a good amount of time. It's just going to waste a lot of extra time. So I'll show you the room, and then I'm just going to bypass the room and go right on to actually the final boss is located right after that room. But it really, once you, if you know that glitch, it's one of the weirdest glitches I think in most games, just to be able to bypass a boss altogether. But I'm just going to do that in order to just save a little extra time. As I'm now going to head over past the weird dancing guards again. Alright, they're like synchronized swimmers. They're all in sync together and they're all like dancing around. It's kind of funny. We're now going to head back up here. And once again, we're going to pass the random truck that we picked up rations from before. And since that's happening, I might as well pick up and refill my rations from before. So it's just going to be a minute or so as I'm going to grab and refill up my supply of food, in order so when I get low on health, I can just instantly refill it. Grab another one and exit right back out. And go right back in and grab another one. I'm going to go ahead and grab one more ration, and then I'm going to head up to the north to do battle with the next boss in the game, which is a giant tank. I am actually going to use a trick real quick with the tank. I'm going to first equip landmines. But then I'm going to get up here and going to equip the body armor. But by just going into the menu, you can see the tank reset to the top. So I can get in there real quick, drop a few landmines, do it again, drop a few landmines, go back, reopen the menu, the tank resets, go right back up, drop some more landmines, and just you can keep repeating this process and take care of the tank. I mean, of course you could wait for the tank to come up all the way and then slowly retreat back, you know, but just to save some time, just gonna do it that way. He's taken care of, and now we can head on into the next building. I'm gonna use a ration real quick. And now I'm going to switch weapons back to the handgun, which, you know, I have my almost full ammo for. And equip the uniforms as well. And now I can bypass these guards standing here. They're just going to be stupid. And they really don't care what's going on. And enter the building. Basically, that little transmission that was going to take place there was to tell us to equip the camouflage, the enemy uniforms. And now we're going to go inside this building, in this room, and we're going to do battle with another boss. This is why we have plenty of grenades from picking up random ammo earlier. And we're just going to start firing. You want to keep firing them as quickly as possible, because if that thing hits us, we're instantly dead. As long as you're pretty quick about it, you should be able to take him out way before he hits you, a good few seconds before he would have hit you. And exit the room, and of course go right back to the handgun, as the enemies are chasing me now. I'm gonna go in here and go up into the elevator. And now head over to the right. And from here, we're now back on we're on another roof, but a roof of a different building here. And go ahead and equip card number 2 and enter this room right here. And save another hostage. That was a close call. Petrovic is on the 2nd floor. Very useful. Okay, once we got that little bit of information, we're gonna head over to the right here. And bypass all those guys first and go down. Kill that guy who's in the way. He really didn't have to die, but he was just a little bit in my way, so I decided to take him out. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and enter this room with card number 4. Inside here is, hey, another card. And it's not a shock, it's card number 5. Okay, so we're almost done collecting the cards. We only have a few more left to go, 3 more cards to collect them all. It's not Pokemon, but it feels like it. Go in this room and go past that guard. Enter up here, and now we're going to take the elevator from the roof, head down, and head over onto the basement here, or the 1st floor, and head off. Okay, get past these guys real quick. Make sure I bypass the center of the room, but just because it would have opened up and would have been a trap, and would have taken me out. But now that I'm over here, I'm on the opposite side of the entrance in which we came in, and I'm going to head into the water over here. And you can see that the water is deeper, you can see the darker shade of the water. And by swimming in there, I need a breathing apparatus in order to breathe in the water, obviously, in order not to take damage. But I find it easier, or I just find, you know, it takes less time for me to just bypass that and go ahead and just swim in the deep water. As I grab key card number 6, so we've gotten 2 more cards in the span of only a few minutes. But from here, we're going to go back around the same exact path that we had just taken, but we had to go over there and make sure that we got that key card. And we're going to head back into the water and head back south. And head to the left. And this time we're going to go onto the platform that's right above it, right next to where we just were. We can see the place where we got the key card to the right there. Head up here and around, and then over to the left. Okay, in this area we're going to of course jump into the elevator right here. And head over and use the elevator and head up. And we're going to get right back off on the next floor, on floor number 2. On floor number 2, we're going to take out that guy real quick just because he was going to be an annoyance. But someone else saw us and they started to give chase, but oh well. I'm going to equip card number 1 here and head down here into this room. And here's actually another boss altogether. But they really don't kind of display themselves as a boss. They kind of just charge you. They're kind of like the random spike tiles in the Legend of Zelda series that when they see you, they run at you real quick. They, you know, fly at you from across the room and hit you. We're actually going to take care of them in just a little bit, but we're going to first go ahead and do some other stuff before I'm going to actually take those guys out. As we just went down there first. Grab the hostage, back into the room with them. As you can see, he quickly tried to charge at me, but he didn't have too much luck. And now I'm going to head up here and grab this other hostage. That was a close call. Try contacting Resistance Fighter Jennifer on waveband 12048. Basically, Jennifer gives us some information on exactly where we are, and basically the best thing and the most important thing about Jennifer, and we're actually going to call her in just a second, is in order to get the rocket launcher. And the only way we can get the rocket launcher is by calling Jennifer, actually standing right here. Gonna call her up real quick using the transceiver. This is Solid Snake, respond, Jennifer here, blah blah blah. She's saying she has the rocket launcher set up, come and get them. Okay, and she sets them up right in the room above us. So we're gonna quickly equip keycard number 6, enter this room, and hey, look! There's the rocket launcher! So boom, we have the rocket launcher now. I don't know really how that all worked, how she put that rocket launcher in there, but I guess it really doesn't matter how I got in there, as long as we have it. Go right back to card number 5. Like I said, constant switching of keycards is pretty much essential in this game. Not going to take out those guys quite yet. Instead, we're going to head over to the left side and enter the door over here, using card number 1, and head down in here. Guy thought he had me, but just barely missed me. Head over to the left into this room, and take out that guy. Walk around, take out a few more guys, only because they're in my way. Not like I really want to kill those guys, it's their own fault. They shouldn't have just stepped in my way. But once I enter here, we can see a whole bunch of ammo spread out throughout the room. And I'm going to grab all of it, head back out. And now I'm going to quickly re-enter the room and go around and pick up all the ammo once again, just to refill up my ammo. And now that I have full handgun bullets, all 250 handgun bullets at my rank number 4, I guess it's time that we head off and work my way back around. Head over to the right. And now I'm going to just go right back into this room, back to that room with the boss. And now I guess it's about time we finally take him out. Equip the rocket launcher with its full ammo. Give him a few good blasts, 4 rockets right to the face is good enough to take him out. This guy, if you're lucky enough, he won't even see me. And he's taken care of, and by defeating him, they somehow drop card number 7 in the middle of the room. Grab card number 7, re-equip my handgun real quick, and from here I'm going to equip card number 5, and head on down here, and enter all the way over here on the right side, and enter this room, and head down to the right, instead of just going to that room over there. Head around, see random guard who's sleeping, but I'll take him out anyway. Just because he annoyed me. Really didn't need to kill him, but once again I just felt like it. Go up into here and use this elevator and go down to the first floor again. Head off to the right. And now I'm going to go past the random guards again. Head down. And now we're back in this in the room that takes us right back to the actual first room of the building. As you can see, the water is clearly set up once again. But I'm going to head over and go up in here and quickly fill up my rations, because I'm going to be needing these rations in order to get past a very, very large amount of water. Instead of just going ahead and picking up the breathing apparatus, I guess it would be funner, and I think quicker, to just go ahead and use a whole bunch of random rations in order to just kind of bypass the whole area. And that's why I kind of ranked up the rank number 4 here, and that's why I'm spending the time in order to pick up as much rations as I possibly can. Go ahead, pick up another one, head out. I have full health, and now I'll head over to the right as the guy randomly saw me, and go ahead and head up here. Now we're back into the room with the big amount of water, and head off to the right, and just kind of follow the water as it goes around here. Head up north. Instead of going off to the left here, we're just going to go ahead and dive in the water. As you can see, as I'm swimming deep in the water, it does take a good chunk of health away from me, but that's why I picked up a full amount of 10 rations in order to just kind of just say screw it and start heading up. As you can see, it's a very, very large path, but it really doesn't take much effort to just go ahead and quickly use a ration. As I'm slowly making my way up. Almost there, not too much longer, don't have to use too many of them. Too many more of them. Head up to the next screen. Okay, and one more ration for now, as we're gonna have to use pretty much the rest of them to head back. Head up here. Take out these two guards, and it's actually gonna be time to get ready to do battle with another one of the boss, kind of one of the more easier bosses in the game, but still gonna do battle with him nonetheless. Head into this room, and here we go. This is Coward Duck, and of course he's a coward. He's hiding behind hostages, and of course if we shoot them, we'll take them out and we'll lose rank. Just gonna use my transceiver real quick. And basically, even though I really don't need to see what Jennifer's saying, by using the transceiver, as you saw the trap open up in the room, if you've never played Metal Gear before, you can bypass traps by pulling out your transceiver real quick, and it'll just stop the trap from opening. Now, it's still officially opened as much as it did, but it doesn't open up as much as it would. We go ahead and we save Jennifer's brother, as well as a few other random hostages. And also by killing him, we also get the 8th and final card that we need in order to complete the game. Now I'm going to go ahead and head down south here and go use a ration real quick, but of course I'm going to have to use the same path that I used before. So unfortunately I'm going to have to go ahead and use all my rations right back up by jumping in the deep part of the water. This apparently Snake has very, very little lung capacity, probably from all the smoking he's done over the years, because he seemingly is drowning very, very quickly, and there's no way to seemingly get above this gray, nasty water. But either way, I'm just gonna keep swimming downwards, use as much rations as I need. I'm gonna have to use one more here. Can I get past this area without using any more rations? Hopefully, come on. Nope, I'm gonna have to use one more ration. Okay, I only have one ration left, but head over to the left here, and now head south. Because basically now that we have all the key cards, we actually just now gotta make our way outside of the building here. Work my way around here, even though I should have just gone to the left. I decided to take a different path real quick. Head up here and head over to the left again. As this area we have been to before, but we're gonna need to go over here in order to go down into this south door, which was the room that we battled the very large tank earlier when we first came into this building. Head down south. Now we're in the very first room where we first entered into this building. Head off to the right, out of the water, and now exit outside the building. Okay, so that building's taken care of. From here, of course, there's another call, which was just a call earlier. We don't really need to mess with that. Gonna head south, getting hit by a bunch of random mines. Keep heading south, and we're gonna make it back to to my favorite truck in the world, the truck with all the rations. And of course, since I just pretty much used up all my rations in order to make it through that giant, deep part of the water, I'm gonna spend a minute or so just to restock up on my rations, make sure they're up to full before I go off and get ready to actually get ready to start heading into the final areas of the game. We actually don't have too much longer, as you could probably expect, since we've already picked up all 8 of the key cards. We don't have too much more to go in the game. But we do have, of course, some of the harder areas to deal with. A lot of traps are coming up in the next area that we have to go to, so I'll be using the transceiver little cheat, whatever you want to call it, manipulation, mod, whatever, in order to just kind of bypass a lot of that, just so I don't end up falling down a hole and end up dying. Okay, now that that's taken care of, I have 8 rations. That should be plenty. I'm gonna head south here, and of course this is the building we entered earlier. But instead, we're gonna head into this truck, and the truck have started to move. What? That makes no sense. Just another great case of awesome English. But either way, it takes us to this area. But we're gonna jump into this truck, and once again, the truck have started to move again. Okay, well the truck bumps and bumps and bumps and stops, and we get out. And now we're gonna head up into this left truck here, and once again, third truck, and all of them seem to move. Inside this truck, it bumps, it bumps, it bumps. We head outside of it, and now we're in another area. And now we're gonna head down south, and head off over to the left side, which is going to take us actually into a maze. But to get past this maze, what we're going to have to do is we're going to go over to the left here. Doesn't really matter, I think, what up or down on the left as long as you go left, but just for the fun of it, I usually go down and then go up. Head over to the left. And now instead of going to the left, I'm going to head straight up. And now we're going to finish off this little maze of this little puzzle by heading once again to the left. And then somehow we are now in front of a whole new building. So I'm going to go ahead and enter this building by equipping keycard number 6. Okay, once inside this building, from here, we're going to head over to the right and start off on the right side here. And go ahead and enter this building using card number 3. Inside here is more poisonous gas, so thankfully we've kept a hold of the gas mask throughout the course of the game. And we're going to head up, go past this room, and just going to go all the way to the left, which is going to take a second or two in order to walk all the way across. And you can see the big open room down south, so that's where we're heading. Head down to the right and up into the room. Go ahead and grab the flashlight, which we need in order to see in the basement area of this place. Still having the gas mask equipped. Work my way back around the same path I just took. Head over to the right and head south. Okay, now we're gonna, after we go back through this door, I'm gonna have to unequip the gas mask real quick and go back to the card, open it up, and now we're back into the first room of this building. And we're gonna head over to the left on the, go into the door on the left side here. I'm gonna use next card. Go ahead and enter it. From here, I'm going to re-equip the gas mask real quick. Go ahead and punch a hole in the wall. Doing that allows me to get up into this area, full of more gas that I have to avoid. Head up, and go ahead and go past this door, and head off to the left, around, more scenes of the areas we've already been to. Head off to the left, around another bend. And hey, look, there's another door. We can see as I'm just going to go past all this random gas again. And go ahead and go past this door. And down in a giant maze-like fashion, over and over again, and punch a hole in this wall. From there, we're now in another room with an actual door this time, that we don't have to punch a hole in the wall. And now we can head south. And by heading south, we're in a big dark area. So that's why we went ahead and picked up the flashlight. By using the flashlight, it somehow illuminates the entire room, even though it was just a singular flashlight. It somehow can light up the entire room, as it just accidentally went south, where I should have headed off to the left there. One of the few mistakes I've made during the course of this run. But this area is full of the traps, and just to bypass them and make it a little bit easier on myself, I'm just going to use the transceiver little cheat. I don't really consider it much of a cheat, just kind of helpful, a little bit helpful, just to kind of bypass some of the traps so I don't have to walk or maneuver my way around it any more than necessary. Head off to the south, another trap, down to the left and to the right, and everywhere other than where I was walking. Get past one more trap, use the transceiver, right back out of it. Head south into this room. Gotta go ahead and equip card number 1. Inside this room is a bunch of random dogs just kind of hanging out here. I guess it's kind of like the dog pen. Just because it's like so many of them just kind of sitting around here not doing anything. No one else is around. Head off to the right and enter this room. Okay, using card number 6 in the room. And inside here is, well, a big blank area. But hey, if we go ahead and punch a hole in the wall on the right side, we find Dr. Petrofic's daughter. Okay. Even though we haven't even found him yet, we have found the daughter, but it basically explains what they were doing. But hey, we gotta go help her dad now. So once she's saved, even though we don't even do anything else with her, somehow the hole refills. So I don't know how the hell she's escaping, just like all the other hostages. But heck, she even has something more to deal with because she's behind a wall. Go right back up, and now basically we just gotta head the exact same direction that we had come. And go past all the dogs and all the traps that we did before. I'm going to use the flashlight once again real quick in order to illuminate the room so I don't have to die by accidentally not seeing a trap as it opens, so I can stop it. But I'm just going to bypass some of them that I didn't bypass before. Head up. Still having the flashlight equipped. Head over to the right a little bit just to try to avoid some of these traps from opening up and killing me. Okay, bypass that one. Head over here and walk the entire length of the upper, just walking right next to the walls, or the boxes, try not to die. Head off, and now we're going to go ahead and enter this room, and now we are past all the random traps that were in the basement dark area. Heading up into this room. From here, we're going to head off to the right, and pretty much we're backtracking now. And once again, I gotta equip that gas mask, because there's poisonous gas everywhere. So now we have the very, very long, trudging trek to make it back around. Just bypass that door, walk around, get past all this poisonous gas, constant gas everywhere. I don't know how anyone else could be walking around. I guess they all have gas masks, even though I haven't seen another gas mask in the entire game other than the one I picked up there at the very beginning of it. But still, even with that, heading back around, and now we are going to re-enter this room. Head off to the right. Gotta switch key cards again for the building at the time so far during the course of the video, I think. Okay, main room that we started in. This time, equip card number 3. And go ahead and head to the right and go back into this room. Okay, re-equip the gas mask real quick and go ahead and start following the same exact path that we took earlier. Walk around, go back around the same path that we took before. And hey, look, there's that random room again. So we're gonna head back down. And this time punch a hole in this wall instead of going in that one. And now it's time to do battle with the Fire Trooper. Oh yay, the Fire Trooper. Very, very easy boss. Handguns only need it. Walk right next to him, pop him a whole bunch of bullets, and he's done. Yes, a very extremely simple boss. Very cool, actually. I think he was probably one of my favorite bosses just because of the fire and everything. But he's very, very easily taken care of. And inside here, being guarded by Fire Trooper was Dr. Petrovic, who basically explains where Metal Gear is and how we how we have to destroy it by using random plastic explosives in order to defeat the supercomputer. No, we don't actually get to do battle with Metal Gear. Unfortunately, in this port of Metal Gear, we actually have to do battle with a giant computer instead of actually doing battle with Metal Gear itself, which is the giant computer I mentioned earlier. Then I'm just going to bypass that battle, skip the whole thing with planning the explosives because it's just very boring, very long, very tedious. And since I can bypass it, I might as well take the opportunity to bypass it, but you're really not missing anything other than a random computer exploding. But I will enter that room real quick and just show you the room and what it is before I go ahead and use the little trick in order to just get past it and then go off to go to the final boss battle in the game. Now that we're back in the main opening area, we're going to go up here real quick and grab this hostage and head south. I could have grabbed him anytime, but since I'm getting ready to actually exit the building this time, I figured I might as well just go on up and grab him real quick. Okay, now we're outside this building again, and this time we're going to head back to the right and go right back into that maze area that we were before. But we're just going to say screw it and just bypass this maze altogether by heading off to the right. By doing so, it kind of takes us out of it, and now we're going to head up to the north. And here we go. We're going to enter this building this time, and this is the final building of the game. This is where the Metal Gear supercomputer, as well as the final boss of the game, is being held. Once inside here, we're just going to head straight up. Till, we took out those guys real quick, but they were really nothing. Use the transceiver in order to bypass a random trap. Quickly head around the trap and head up. I'm going to have to bypass another trap real fast. Use the transceiver real quick. It's done, and now I'm going to go up into this elevator. And the elevator is a very, very long trek all the way down into the deep basement area of this facility, which is the resting place for the giant supercomputer controlling Metal Gear. Very, very long, long trek all the way down into the depths of this building. As you can see, the giant B on the wall there symbolizes basement, And thus we have finally arrived, and now we just have a very quick path actually, just the final few rooms as I'm going to get past these giant lasers, which do mess me up quite a lot, but that is why I do have extra rations that I can use. But I'm going to go up here, head inside this room by equipping card number 8. But I use a ration real fast just to refill my health. Re-equip the gas mask for the random poison that is once again plaguing in this room. More and more rooms just filled with random poison. Don't know how anyone else can get past this area but me, but either way, going up, head off to the right here, and go ahead and enter this room by using a random card real quick. Go inside. Okay, once inside here, re-equip my gas mask once again. Head up, past all the random gas that's spewing up. Get hit by a few landmines, but hey, I got extra health in case I need it, so I really don't have to worry about the random landmines. Use card number 1. Go around here. Okay, get past all this stuff, which of course is trying to kill me, so I'll use another ration. Refill my health all the way back up, go up and around. And okay, enter this room. And this is the room with the giant supercomputer. Okay, there's 4 random guards. Kill them, you can see the room, just a big computer, nothing else. But what I do is I exit, go back in while holding the right button, and somehow, boom, I'm teleported right to the final boss. And yeah, we're in for a little bit of a shock, because the person who's been helping us the whole time, our commander, Big Boss, is turning out to be the actual final boss of the game. He turned on us, and we're gonna have to do, of course, battle with Big Boss. And of course, this would be the whole real big storyline of Metal Gear throughout all the games so far in the series. Is of course Snake and relationship with Big Boss and the Big Boss character and all that. But once he after he gets done explaining everything, we are going to quickly equip not only the armor, because of course that's going to be beneficial. We are also going to equip the rocket launcher. Now, if you head off to the right here, he will usually head up or down, but he'll get stuck in a looping pattern, and I can just stand here and keep blasting him with rockets. He just walks back and forth, I keep blasting him. After a few good hits, he is done, he is taken care of. Big Boss is dead, as far as we know. And now we're going to head off to the left, and head up the giant elevator to escape. Officially, even though I didn't destroy the supercomputer, there would be a giant clock running, a timer, that would slowly be counting down for the destruction of the base. As you're going to see, the entire base does explode. It's taken care of. We get a transmission now from Snake explaining that Metal Gear has been destroyed and Operation Intrude N313 is a huge success. Oh yes, it's all over. Everything at last. Solid Snake. We now are going to see the transceiver change over real quick, and we're going to see we're going to get another transmission from a random news report. And it's going to explain, yeah, that there was a giant explosion, blah blah blah. Basically explaining, that we destroyed Outer Heaven. And yeah, the game is over, as we're now going to get, this is the computer speaking apparently. And here are the creators of your Metal Gear game. Thank you very much, computer, for explaining that the credits were about to happen. As we now go through the random credits, so this basically explain, of course, the head people that worked on the game, and it's going to, of course, be since officially Hideo Kojima actually had nothing to do with this port. He officially is not listed in the credits, which is kind of funny, but probably more of a reason why he doesn't like this game if he ever saw the end of it. But we see presented by Konami, 1988 Tokyo. And then it goes right back to the main screen, so that's all that's involved. In the MXX version, there's actually another transmission that explains a little bit more, kind of like a secret ending or whatever. But that's going to wrap up Metal Gear 1. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.